we go. Oh, this is a better one. This is a good one. This is a big one. Yeah. Okay, here he comes around. He's coming around. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Dude. Got him. She's 28 and a half.
Mondo trout.
Hey, what's up, Salt Strong family? This is Pat Ogletree, and in this video I want to talk about the #1 mistake that we're making whenever we're fishing topwater lures in the fall time. So in the fall time, it is a great time to fish. The water temperatures drop down and the fish are getting more active, but what's happening is we need to change up what we're doing. And I'm seeing a lot of comments in the community right now that are saying that they're trying the topwater bite and it just wasn't working, so they put it away. And there's a couple things I want you to try before you're doing that. So the #1 mistake that we're making whenever we're fishing topwaters in the fall time is using the same retrieve that we were using in the summertime, especially with these walker style lures like the Moonwalker. So I'm going to show you an example of what we're talking about. So this is a typical retrieve that you'll see in the summertime, where we throw it out there and then we just do your standard walk the dog about like this pace right here. And this is great in the summertime. These fish are feeding actively, especially in the twilight periods early in the morning, and this will call those fish in and they'll definitely hit on it. But what happens in the fall time is those water temperatures drop. And when the water temperatures drop, these fish sometimes they won't be in the mood to actively chase the bait as fast as they would in the summertime. So I'm going to demonstrate a retrieve that I like to do in the fall time. And that's basically the same thing, but what I'm doing is I'm slowing those twitches down. I'm doing maybe a twitch every second, or maybe even less, maybe even a twitch every 2 seconds, depending on what those fish want. And by slowing this down, it gives those lethargic fish, those fish that aren't actually feeding very fast, more of a chance to go after this bait. And that really is sometimes just the trigger that it takes for these fish to pick up the bite. And this actually works really good in the summertime on those bluebird sky days too. So don't just have one type of retrieve, change up your retrieves. Now here's another one that I want to show you real quick that works really good in the fall time too. Now if you think about it, what does a topwater lure do? It mimics an injured bait fish. And if we think about what an injured bait fish is, you know, if we think about what they look like on the surface, they're not moving across the surface really fast. What they do is they barely move, they stop, they move a little bit more, they stop, and that's what I want you to do with your topwater lure. So to give you an example of what that looks like, I'm going to go ahead and throw this out here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that slow walk the dog, but then I'm going to throw a couple of pauses in there. And then I'm going to pick it up again, do a couple more twitches, and then I'm going to throw some pauses in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to vary up those pauses, the amount of twitches that I'm doing and the length of the pauses until I find out what the fish are keyed in on. Now that's a very good retrieve to use in the fall time too. So that's another one that we want to try before we put that topwater away. Now I'm going to give you a third one that I really like using too. Now when you see trout feeding on fish, this retrieve works really good in the fall and the springtime. So what I do, throw it out there, give it a couple of twitches, let it sit, and then reel it straight in. Let it sit, give it a couple of twitches, let it sit, reel it straight in, and then vary that up. And what that does is it'll actually mimic a bait fish that's trying to scurry across the surface. And this is another retrieve that works really good in the fall time. And this is something that you should be trying before you put that topwater away by the end of the day. So next time you're out there and you're throwing the topwater and you're not getting any bites, before we change out to go to a subsurface lure, change up your retrieves, change up the cadence of your retrieves, throw some pauses in there until you're absolutely sure that they're not in that topwater bite. But we don't want to keep using the same exact retrieve over and over again. It's just like a jerkbait or just like a paddle tail. We got different retrieves for those. We should have different retrieves for our topwaters. So I hope this helps you out and put some more fish in the boat. And I'll tell you what, there's nothing better than a good topwater bite. And I like to try everything that I can before I put them away. And this is definitely something that's helped me put more fish in the boat, and I hope it helps you too. If you've got any questions or comments, put those down below. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. And if you're new to Salt Strong, just know that we are the best online fishing club in America, where we guarantee that you'll catch more fish in less time, save money on a lot of the inshore tackle that you need to be successful, and we now have a new app that's called Smart Fishing Spots. So not only do we have the community and all the information that's in there, this app will actually tell you when to fish, where to fish, and it is amazingly accurate. For more information, go to saltstrong.com, and until then, I hope to see you in the Insider community soon. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.